Hello children, welcome to Unit 8 Jamaican Fragment Part 2. Till now we come to know that our narrator come across two little boys playing in their garden. Two little boys were very little. One was 5 years old and the other was 4 years old. The 5-year-old little boy was a dark one, and the 4-year-old boy was a white one. And he observed these boys while he was going to his tramline's way. Our narrator was puzzled by the domination of white boy over the black boy, even though he was small. The younger one was ordering the elder one, for which the narrator felt inferior of his race. Now, let us continue the lesson, children. Before starting second part of the lesson, children, let us see some more important hard words: sturdy, strong, servant, slave, dressed, clad, inferior, low, appear, show up, obvious, clear, astonish, surprise, elaborate, detailed, eventually, finally, impute, assign, puzzle, mystery, outburst, unexpected, shout, handsome, pretty. Now take out page number 227, children. For a whole day I puzzled over this problem. For a whole day my faith in my people was shaken. When I passed by that afternoon, the little boys were not there. That evening I thought deeply on the subject. The next morning the boys were there again, and a man was standing at the gate watching them. I stopped and looked, just to see what the white boy was making his little servant do. To my utter astonishment, the little dog boy was striding imperiously up and down the lawn, while the white youngster walked abjectly behind him. Get me a banana. The little boy ran into the house and reappeared shortly with a banana. Peel it for me. The little white boy peeled the banana and handed it to the dog master. I saw it now. It was indeed a game I had played as a child. Each boy took it in turn every alternate day, to be the boss and the other the slave. It had been great fun to me as a youngster. I smiled as I remembered. I looked at the man standing by the gate. He was a white man. I remembered what I had thought yesterday. He, no doubt, I thought to myself, was wondering if the black race is superior to the white. I laughed gently to myself. How silly grown ups are! How clever we are! How wonderfully able we are to impute deep motives to childish actions. This man, I said to myself, will puzzle all day on whether the blacks will eventually rise and rule the world because he thinks he sees a little black boy realizing at a tender age his superiority over the white. I will save him from his puzzle. I will explain it to him. I went across to him. I know what you are thinking, I said. You are thinking that maybe the black race is superior to the white because you just saw the little dark youngster on the lawn ordering the little white boy round. Don't think that. It's a game they play. Alternate days, one is the boss, the other the servant. It's a grand game. I used to play it, and maybe so did you. Yesterday I saw the little white boy bossing the dark one, and I worried all the day over the dark boy's realization of his inferiority. So young in life, we are silly, we grown ups, aren't we? The man was surprised at my outburst. He looked at me smiling. I know all about the game, he said. The boys are brothers, my sons. He pointed to the handsome brown woman on the veranda who had just come out to call in the children. That's my wife, he said. I smiled. My spirit laughed within me. This is Jamaica. I said in my heart, this is my country, my people. I looked at the white man. He smiled at me. We'll miss the tram if we don't hurry, he said. All day, the narrator was puzzled over this problem. For a whole day, his faith in people was shaken. When he passed by that afternoon, the little boys were not there. That evening, he thought deeply on the subject. The next morning, for his astonishment, the little dark boy was striding imperiously up and down the lawn while the white youngster walked abjectly behind him. The dark boy asked, "Get me a banana." The little white boy ran into the house and appeared shortly with a banana. "Peel it for me," asked dark boy. The white boy peeled the banana and handed it to dark master. With this, the narrator was speechless, and he recollected it was just a game which he used to play when he was child. The slave and the master game. He smiled at himself. He observed a man standing besides the boys, looking at them. He was a white man. Now, our narrator was puzzled what the white man might have been thinking of the situation. The man might have been thinking of superiority of black over the white people. I will save him from the puzzle, thought the narrator. I will explain it to him, he thought, and went to him and said to him, I know what you are thinking, he said. You are thinking that black race may be superior to white because you just saw the little dark youngster on the lawn ordering the little white boy round. Don't think that. It's just game they play. Alternate days, one is the boss, the other is servant. It's grand game. I used to play it, and maybe so did you. Yesterday I saw the little white boy bossing the dark one, and I worried all the day over the dark boy's realization of his inferiority so young in life. We are silly, we grown ups, aren't we? Said the narrator to the white man. The man was surprised at the outburst of narrator. He looked at the narrator smiling. and said, I know all about the game, he said. The boys are brothers and they are my sons, the man said. And he pointed to a handsome brown woman on the veranda who had just come out to call the children. That's my wife, he said to the narrator. Narrator smiled. Narrator's spirit laughed within himself. This is Jamaica, he said in his heart. This is my country, my people. He looked at the white man. He smiled at him and said, we'll miss the tram if we won't hurry. So, this is the beautiful fragment, Jamaican fragment by A.L. Hendrick children. Now, do the exercise given below and go through the worksheets, children.